Radiator quiescent point measurement. This measurement takes place on all radiators. At each radiator, we have to take 4 measurements. Measure at the first feet of the transistor. This is the location of the 6 radiators. Set the rate current to 100. Before the measurement, generate 22 volts and 1 ampere. All the meters should be removed from the meter rack. Close the current short circuit terminals. Press 1, and then press Enter, to generate 1 ampere. Select voltage mode, by press the U button. Press 10, and then press Enter to generate 22 volt. Reference meter indicates 22 volts and 1 ampere. We can start the measurement. Phase C radiator, upper side. On the left, are the current transistors. On the right, are the voltage transistors. Here is the GND. The reading value should be plus or minus 0.47 volt DC, and very stable. 0.471 volt. Minus 0.468 volt. The next radiator. Also measure at the current side transistor. And then move to the voltage side transistor. Measure the lower side of the radiators. Current transistor. Voltage transistor. Minus 0.469 volt at the current transistor. 0.464 volt at the voltage transistor. .469 volt on the current transistor. 0.468 volt at the voltage transistor. Phase B radiator upper side, current transistor. Voltage transistor. .468 volt at the current transistor. 0.469 volt at the voltage transistor. Move to the other radiator. 0.465 volt at the current transistor. Minus 0.471 volt at the voltage transistor. Phase B radiator lower side, current transistor. Voltage transistor. Minus 0.463 volt at the current transistor. 0.472 volt at the voltage transistor. Minus 0.465 volt at the current transistor. 0.471 volt at the voltage transistor. Phase A radiator upper side, current transistor. Voltage transistor. .471 volt at current transistor. Minus 0.47 volt at voltage transistor. 0.47 at current transistor. Minus 0.467 volt at voltage transistor. Phase A radiator lower side. Move radiator A2 slightly outward. And place it on the rail. Take the measurement at the current transistor at the lower side. Minus 0.471 volt at current transistor. Shift the radiator to the other side. Take the measurement at the voltage lower side. .472 volt at the voltage transistor. Carefully place the other radiator A3 onto the rail. Take the measurement at the current lower side. -0.467 volt at the current transistor. Place the radiator A3 on the other side. Take the measurement at the voltage lower side. .47 volt at the voltage transistor. If measurement are between 0.465 to 0.472, no need to do adjustment. Current quiescent point adjustment. The following video will demonstrate of how to make the adjustment. Multimeter negative probe, placed on the main board JD11. The positive probe, placed on the first feet of the current transistor. Locating the current potentiometer. Turning potentiometer clockwise to increase value. Turning counterclockwise to decrease the value. Voltage quiescent point adjustment. The positive probe, placed at the first feet of the voltage transistor. Locate the voltage potentiometer. Turning potentiometer clockwise to increase the value. Turning counterclockwise to decrease the value.